Hi guys, it's Tracy Cashes In, and I am Tracy, and I'm back with my, I believe it's my third video for May. It's my second paycheck, and I just got back from the bank, so let's get rolling. Okay, so I made a few notes here. This week I created 3 new envelopes, and I will show you those. And I also will be taking some money out today. I know in the last video I mentioned that my son was going to be saving up for a new computer. Well, his current computer, which wasn't very good, crashed, and so he is going to need a new one sooner for schooling, for the online schooling. So we are going to have to dig into that fund a little sooner than I expected. Okay, so I'm just trying to sort some of these dollars out here, and then we'll get going. There we go. Okay, so we got my 2 binders. I also took out some rolls of coins because I'm not using a lot of cash day to day. And so I wanted to do some of these challenges. I did create 2 new challenges for myself as well. And I might start the 100 envelope challenge too. I was going to head by the dollar store and see if they had any packages of envelopes. But I don't know if that section's open because in Ontario, the only sections that are open is school supplies and groceries. All the other aisles are closed down. You can't buy anything else. I'm pretty sure the envelopes might be in the school supplies area. But I haven't been in the dollar store, which is crazy for me, in quite a while, because since the lockdown I haven't really needed anything from there. The one thing I usually get from the dollar store is some candies to snack on while I'm working, but even that I've been haven't bothered refilling those. So yeah, I did get some coins for the challenge because I don't use cash on a daily basis, so I don't end up with coins. So I got those, and today I did go into the bank. There was a bank that was actually opened up to be able to take cash transactions. The one bank I go to does have a sign on the door saying they don't do cash transactions. So I've been just using the ATMs, drive-throughs. And today I did go in, so I did get some 10s and some 100s. So I'm happy about that. So we'll be able to condense a little bit, maybe in some of the folders there, or some of the envelopes. I don't know why I keep saying folders. I've got work on the brain. And I also got another new thing I was going to attempt today, and that is to show you my budget on a little screen here for now the one thing that I got 2 things working against me. One is that this isn't an iPad, it's a Samsung tablet. So that works a little bit differently than some of the iPad ones I've seen. And the second thing, the biggest thing that I've got going against me, is I'm left-handed. And I know it's a lot easier to fill these things out with your right hand because you're not in the way of the screen and you're not touching the screen as much. But being left-handed, I really have to. So I'm going to attempt it. If it's too much work, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, my hand's going to be in the way of the screen because I'm left-handed. I haven't seen anybody else left-handed. So if you're left-handed out there, give me a little thumbs up in the comments, because anybody I've seen using the kind of digital tracking, I haven't seen anybody. Everybody's been right-handed, and it's hard to tell when people are just counting money if they're left-handed, right? And even filling out the tracking slips. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody who's left-handed, just right-handed people. So I'm going to attempt this online, or on the video as well today. If it doesn't work out, then I'll just skip it for next time. And like I said, I've already got my digital tracking thing, Excel forms that I've already shown you before. So this was just something so that you can kind of follow along with what I'm doing. And yeah, so we'll give that a try today. Okay, so let's go for our money. Let's sort some of this out, and hopefully this is going to be all on screen. I'm just going to... Okay, so we've got 5, 10s, 20s. Now all of this isn't going to be put to use because I did have some left over from last week. Now, let me explain what happened. So last week, I did end up using all the monies that was in my wallet. My husband used all his money. We used the entertainment money because I saved $60 for dining out. And we usually, as a family, on Friday nights, get takeout. And that for a family of 5 usually comes to about 60 bucks. So I set that aside because last weekend was Mother's Day. My family wanted to treat me to a Mother's Day dinner as well. So that was extra money that I didn't count for. So I did take out of my money, the entertainment money, and I think that about covered it. But I took the money out, put it into this off to the side. So it is actually still here. I didn't put it back in the bank, which I guess is what you're probably supposed to do, but I just haven't got around to it. So I might have some extra money here to work with. We'll see about that after. So I did take out the amount that I needed for today, which I believe is 460. And let's get started. Okay, so I don't know how much of this is going to stay on. Okay, and we have my first binder here. Like I said, I do have a cash tray coming. I ordered one off Amazon.com, and it was going to come at the end of May. And just because Amazon.com has some things that Amazon.ca, Canon one, doesn't have. And so I did order one off there, and I did find the same one on Amazon.ca, so I canceled that order. Got the one on Amazon.ca, and it will be coming on Monday. So today I'm filming this on Saturday morning. So one more week of scattered bills, and then I should have something to hold the money. So let's start. And, still going to use this can today. Is that really the first thing on the list? Okay, sorry. Okay, so now let's get into here. So we're not doing Valentine's Day today. Not doing March break. Doing Easter, Disney, taxes, prime birthdays. Oh, there we go. Candidate. That's the first one. So let's give this a try. I believe it was that one I used. And that's another thing too. I noticed on the iPad balancing sheets, the options are at the top, which is another thing that kind of gets in my way because then my arm leans on there and could change some of the functions down there, whereas if they were at the top. But the program I'm using, I think, is PicArt. I don't know. I was just trying to find anything that was editable on a picture. Okay, so for Canada Day, we have $10. Now, like I said, this is probably going to be pretty sloppy because I am left-handed and this is not going to be the neatest thing. So $10, and that will give us a new balance of 50. Woo! Okay, one down. And we're going to throw a 10 in here. Count it up. So we've got 2 20s, a 10. So that is now $50 in the Canada Day fund. Envelope. I've got to keep saying envelope because for some reason on my last couple videos, I keep calling either the envelopes or the binders folders. And I think I just got work on the brain. They are not folders. They are envelopes and they are binders. Okay, so anyways, now we're on to Mike's birthday, which is right here. Okay, and he'll be getting $20. So I'll just mark that in here. Again, this is so awkward. I'm not going to bother with this, I don't think, anymore. So that gives him a total of 100. Okay. So we're adding 20 in. 20, 40, 60, 81. So he's filled up. Okay. Next is the car insurance, and it's getting 25. So we'll write that down here, 25. That makes that 250. And 20 and a 5. So we've got 100, 150, 200, 220, 240, 250. Next up, we've got license plate stickers. Well, that's weird that this is out of place because I swear I had that before Michael's birthday because it comes up before his birthday. I guess they're all in the same month. We'll worry about that later. So that's $20. We're gonna put 20 in here. And that'll be $235. Okay, so let's see if we got that in here. We're putting in 20. And let's count that up. 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so far this video is smooth sailing. I know I'm going to jinx myself by saying that, but, oh, there you go. Okay, the next one is Halloween. Right here, and it's getting 25. And that makes 125. Oh, my writing on here is horrible. Like I said, I can't really balance my hand down to write because it'll move things, so it's not ideal, people. It's not ideal. I just thought I'd give it a try. Something new. And plus I've seen some of the cute black background, colorful budget sheets, and I thought, oh, those are really cute. I should try one. And I made one up, and yeah, so I thought I'd give it a go. 100, 20, 25, 125 for Halloween for next year. If the kids even get to go out trick-or-treating next year. This year they did not. So I bought them a little bit for their costumes for school. They were allowed to wear some to school because I think they were still in school this year for Halloween. That was a small time period. I think they were in school from September to, I think it was December till Christmas. Was it even that long? And then from Christmas they weren't in again. I think that's it. No, after Christmas they did go back because my daughter stayed in at school or at home learning when the other two went back for a little bit. Anyways, they haven't been back in school for much time. We've got Tracy's birthday, and it's getting 20. And that should be the same as Michael's. So we've got 100 in there. And this is not for me to buy myself a gift. I mean, sure, it could be, but it's if we do something for dinner or something on my birthday. We don't usually buy each other too much for our birthdays, just the kids. So we've got 50, 70, 90, 95, 100. Now, let's see, we have Christmas gets 100. Next, 100 for Christmas. And that gives us 600. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 550, 600. Might have to break up some of the stuff because I did take out a bunch of hundreds today just because I knew I had smaller bills I could work with. So I might have to condense a bit of that in a bit. Costco gets 5, so let's write 5, and that gives us 40 in there. Oh, see exactly what I just said. I'm out of 5s. So what I'm going to do is go into my emergency fund right here, because this is what I told you I do. And we'll take out some 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'll throw 2 10s in there because I think I need that many 10s. Okay, and we'll throw that into my emergency fund for now. I'll sort that out later. Oh, it's not even going to go in because I'm trying to rush. Trying to rush this, and I should have worked that out off screen, but I didn't. I knew I took out 10s and 100s today because those are things I don't normally have, and I was going to worry about the rest later. Okay, so let's straighten that up a bit. So, sorry, what was I at here? Costco needing 5. So there's 5 for Costco. So now Costco has 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. That's right. Have you ever paused and got nervous when things actually work out the way they're supposed to when you're counting your money out? Thinking something's not going wrong, so something must be wrong? That's the way I go, because if you've seen my last couple videos, you know. You just know. Okay, the next one is car maintenance. So it's not in here. It's not in here. So it's in the other binder. So we're gonna put this one away and pull that one out. Like I said, I have another one coming, a third one, so I'm going to eventually have events like birthdays and holidays in one, envelopes that have due dates, like car insurance, home insurance, those kinds of things in another, and then revolving ones in the third. So car maintenance would be a revolving one, so this would be in a newer binder, and I get it. So this one gets 25. So out of 20s, I'm probably gonna have to dip into that emergency fund again. So let's see what we got here. Let me just write that down. 25, and my hand is looking so awkward because it's so hard to hold this thing. 75, and it's so messy. I don't think I'm going to bother with this anymore. I just thought it was a cute idea. Not so cute in function as it was in my head. So we got 50, 75. That's right. Okay, and the next one is travel for $20 for travel. And like I said, I'm going to break down 100. Because I don't need all those hundreds, but I do need more fives. So we're going to go 20, 40, 60, 81. Take those hundreds away and throw that into my emergency fund. Okay, and we're at travel is, oh, I didn't mention this. Travel is one of my new envelopes that I've created. So another one, I think we passed by it before. Here, let me show it to you really quickly. What I got stuck with last week, which threw me off too, was boom, my Disney Plus membership renewed. So luckily I had money in the bank for that, but it wasn't accounted for because I forgot about it. So I did make a new envelope for Disney Plus, our Disney Plus membership. And I'll start saving for next year for that because that one took me by surprise and it wasn't accounted for. So that's one of my new envelopes. Travel is another, and passports, because somebody, oh, I should have taken her name down, and I meant to, had mentioned she had an envelope for passports because again her passport's renewed. And I know we can't travel to the States or anywhere really right now, and we don't really travel a lot anyways, but I just thought this is something good. Maybe when the things open up, after I've started being able to save more, and I've got my travel envelope packed, we can use our passports to go somewhere as a family. So I'm going to start saving up for passports. The kids never had one. To go to the States, you didn't used to need a passport. You just needed your driver's license. Because I grew up on a border town. I grew up in a place called Sarnia, Ontario, and it's right across from Michigan. So we used to spend a lot of time over there. We'd go to the malls over there. When I was a little bit older, we went all to the bars there. I used to watch all my concerts over there and seeing bands play over there all the time. So I was constantly in the States. And then after I moved away to where I am now, I believe it was when it was Obama. I don't remember. Clinton probably was your president in the States. They put a ban on so that you had to have a passport to go to the States. Oh, it was when 9/11 happened. Yeah, of course. Duh. When 9/11 happened, they tightened things up and you had to have a passport to go to the States. And since I don't live on the border city anymore, I just haven't been since then, really. So I haven't really, I think I got a passport. I've been a couple times since then. I did have a passport. I did finally get one because I have never, I'm going to tell you a little secret, and it's kind of embarrassing. I'm going to give my age too. Ooh, I'm in my 40s. Let's just say that. And I have never been on a plane, ever. Never been on a plane. I've been to a lot of different states by car, a lot of different provinces by car, but I've never been on a plane. So I've never left the continent. And that is something on my bucket list for sure. My husband's traveled, my kids haven't either. So it's just something that I'd really like us to do. Sorry for rambling there for so long. Let's get back to this. We're into travel. I'm going to throw 20 in there. And that gives us just 20 because I haven't put anything in there before. Okay. Next on the list is emergency. Oh, good. I'm dipping into my emergency fund. I'm going to put some more money in there instead of always taking out. So we have 25 going in there. So I will, instead of putting, what I'm going to do instead of that is I'm going to take out 75 and put in 100. So 70, let's do it this way. 20, 40, $20.75. So, and then I'm going to put a $100 bill in there. And that's adding 25 to that. So I'll just take this out to put back over here just so I'll have some extra 20s because I think I might have been on the verge of running out. So we've got 25 there, and we have, oh boy, I have to add that up, 835. 835. Now, if you notice, the amount is lower than it was last week when I had my big, everybody should know how much I had last week in my emergency fund after the whole kerfuffle with me trying to count it. I think it was, what, $865 it was supposed to have, and it was coming out to $10 more. I must have dipped into there for something else. I'm not thinking, maybe it was maybe that was part of the Mother's Day thing too. Yeah, because I think I bought myself a couple things. Not remembering exactly what. Something on Amazon. Anyways, so that's down a tiny bit. Now, I don't normally take out money for my emergency fund, but just last week with the Mother's Day thing, it was just a little bit mixed up. And it's going back in anyways. I'm not worried about it. Because like I said, I should have some extra money here this week from taking out money out of the bank and from the stuff that I spent last week that I didn't put back into the bank. So I should have some extras here that can go back into the emergency fund after. Okay, mortgage extra. I'm not putting anything in that. I don't even know why that's on this list because this is for today's pay. But if I do have money left over, I might throw something in there as well. Tracy's spend gets 40 again, and it's going to just be at 40 because I spent last week's. So that is not in a binder. So that binder is done, and this binder is done. And we are going to give you my money in my wallet. So we're going to take $40 out of here. And unlike last week, I didn't give my husband his money ahead of time. So there's my 40. It's not wanting to slip in there. And I jinxed myself last week because I said, oh, I'm just going to put 40 in here that I never spend, blah, blah, blah. And of course I did spend it for once. I also got some lottery tickets here that got to cash in. I think it was about $12. We are not very lucky with the lottery. I don't buy tickets that often. Actually, I don't buy them at all. I've got a kind of a phobia against buying lottery tickets. I make my husband buy them. I don't know why. I just think I'm bad luck. But he's not much better because every time he buys lottery tickets, we lose too. So we don't buy them on a weekly basis or anything. Just every once in a blue moon, we'll buy them if the money looks good. So that's my 40, and he gets 60. Oh boy, 60 is so hard to write. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So there's his 60. I'm just going to set it aside because he's getting that. And entertainment will get 20. And again, we spent that last week on Mother's Day too. So that is a new 20. And I think I'm going to make a folder or an envelope for this because I think I made last week. I do still have it. It's just kind of cumbersome. There it is. Oh, I didn't even know where I put it. Okay, so here it is right here. So I will put the money in there. There's mine. I don't have any extra to put in. My husband's, I don't have nothing to go in there. So we'll throw the entertainment into here for now. But I think I'm just going to make another sinking fund envelope. It's just I don't have ones like groceries and gas that you use weekly. I don't have like those mini ones that go in your wallet. And this would probably be a wallet one. And so I don't know. I just feel weird about putting them into my actual binders with the sinking funds and things that stay in there long term when it's something I use weekly. So maybe I'll just start putting the entertainment in my wallet too, or maybe I will just make order a few small wallet size ones for us. Something to think about anyways. So there is that one. Now we are left with money that's unaccounted for. So this is everything. Tell me how you think this went. I know it's pretty and I like it, and I like the little glowing letters or numbers and whatnot, but being left-handed, it's awkward. It's awkward as all get out, and it's awkward for me to write. It's awkward to use because it's not an iPad, it's a Samsung. I'm just a Samsung person. I don't have anything that's iPad, iPhones, just because I've always just been Samsung, Galaxy, and it's just me. I know how to use an iPad if I had to. My dad had one, but I just prefer Android. I don't know. I've just had, ever since I've had cell phones, I've had, smartphones, not necessarily cell phones because I'm old. Smartphones, I've always had Samsung. I've went with Samsung the whole time. So let's just see what we have left here. I'm just going to count it up because I don't know. And don't forget we took out those coins too, so those were extra money I took out too. I just had a little bit of extra and then take out. So we have 100, 150, 170, 180, 190, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25. So 225 I have extra. I could put into emergency. I could put something into my mortgage. I think maybe I'll put $100 into mortgage extra and then the rest of it into my emergency. So let me just get that ready here. Is mortgage in this one as well? I don't remember now. I think it was. I think it was pretty empty. Yeah, if you remember on my first video, I did have extra money in here. I did put some money in here. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but I did put more than the 1,000 because on my first video, I did stuff some in here. I think I swapped that out for my home house maintenance one because we were trying to bulk that up to get some work done on the house. So I did take that out and just left this at the 1,000 that's in the bank right now. But we're gonna start putting a little bit more in here again. So I'm gonna go 100 in my mortgage extra for this week. So now it has 1,100. 100. 1,100 there. And my emergency fund will get the rest. And oh boy, are we ready for this? Are we really ready for this to try to count this out again? I'm just gonna sit that aside because we know how fun that was last week. Well, this week I don't have any calculations in my head, so whatever comes to, it comes to. So that's a good thing. I'm not going to try to match a specific number because I just don't even know. What do I have written there right now? 385. I don't know how much we're adding because I forget. And so, yeah, whatever it comes to, it comes to. And that's good for me. Good enough for me. Okay. So I'm just adding in the money that we just got, and then we'll count it all up. Sorry if I'm off camera here. I'm trying to fit everything in. Okay, so we've got 5s, 10s. Oh, that's, I've never had one of those ones yet. That's new for me. 20s and 50s. Okay, so here we go. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. Okay, we got 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300. Of course, I didn't start with the hundreds. That would be foolish, wouldn't it? So that was that 300, I believe. Yes. Okay, so that's 300 there. And we've got 200 here. So that's, we're at 500 now. 500, 20, 40, 60, 81, 600, 20, 40, 60, 82, 700, 20, 40, 60, 83, that's 800. Why am I counting this so weird? 800, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 900. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So 960 now we have here, which is great. Okay, so I'm just going to, we're just going to keep that off of here because I'm just going to redo the total of emergency maybe. Yeah. And then do 960. I don't have a calculator with me, so I can't do the how much extra we've added. What was that at? But I'll just add this new total into the thing. So we're at 960 now anyways. And that's in my emergency fund. And the last thing I wanted to go over was thank you to, I'm going to shout her out. I think it was the Money Fan. I'll link her in my description below either way. She got me motivated to start some challenges because I haven't done any challenges. I was kind of just focusing mostly on my sinking funds and my cash envelopes. And for me, the challenges are harder because I'm pretty much zero-based budget. So everything is accounted for. So I don't really, and like I said, I don't spend cash. So I don't have any leftover change or rollover money that, any rollover that happens in my checking account, I just kind of, when I get my next paycheck, it gets added in. I just kind of break that up again. So anything extra ends up in my emergency fund, because that's just where I put any extra dollars and cents that rollover, I guess you can call it. So I haven't really done any challenges because that involves extra funds that I'd have to take away from somewhere else. And so I'm just gonna get this off the screen now because we don't need that. So I haven't been involved, but then they just look so fun. I thought I should really try to figure out a way to do this. So what I'm going to do is I've got 2 challenges I created myself. They're kind of basic, and this one here, and one of them is to motivate me. Here they are here. I do have my little envelopes for them. One of them is a 5K step challenge. So not 5 kilometers. I'm not walking 5 kilometers, people. I'm walking 5,000 steps a day. I do have a Fitbit, and I've used this Fitbit. I've had this Fitbit for many, many years. This is actually my second one. My other one wore out and died on me. And since having an office job, since COVID, this is it's nothing but decoration. I tell you, tells me the time, and that's about, and my heart rate, which right now is pretty good. But other than that, the steps, just, I go up and down the stairs to the kitchen, back down to my office down here in the basement, and that's about the limit of my physical exercise for the day. So I thought I'm going to challenge myself to try to get outside either. Okay guys, I'm sorry, my phone filled up. It obviously doesn't hold that much video, and I am recording on my phone, my Samsung, like I mentioned. So I'm not sure where I was at last. I think I was talking about my 5K step challenge. So again, I'll just reiterate, this is 5,000 steps, not 5,000 kilometers of walking. And so I will be doing, hopefully, 5,000 steps a day. I will be getting $2 a day for every time I reach my 5,000 steps, and $1 bonus at the end of the week if I do the whole week, and that'll equal out to $15, which is easier for me to put into my step challenge envelope. I do have a Fitbit. I'm not sure if the video I got already mentioned that, because I'm not sure where it cut off. I have a Fitbit. I've had it for years and years, and I used to get 10,000 steps a day. That used to be my challenge, and since COVID, and I'm working a lot, and I just don't get out anymore. And so I thought this is a good boost to try to start to get my steps back in again and start to move it up. If this becomes easy, I got 4 weeks to do it so far. If this becomes easy as the summer goes along, then I might just reprint this out as a 10K step challenge instead. Again, a shout out to the Money Fan. I believe hers was the video I was watching where she was doing some challenges, and it just kind of motivated me. She had a fitness one as well, not the same one that I made this one up myself. She had a fitness one out, and I thought that's a good idea to get some fitness in and make some money off of that. So for this one, I'm going to be starting this Monday. Today's Saturday. So I'll be starting it on Monday. We'll see how it goes. $2 a day for every time I actually do the 5K. And I don't want an odd number because, like I mentioned, I like to deal with the 5s, 10s, 20s because we're Canadian and we don't have $1 and $2 bills. So I'm going to be extra motivated to keep it on the 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, it won't go to 15s, but keep it up. I'm going to be motivated to do the full week so I can get a full $15 in there. My next challenge, so that's my 5K. Again, I'm not sure where the video cut off, but these envelopes, I've had them for a long time now. They just didn't have the hole punches, so when I started with my binders, I did get the clear envelopes instead. And then I didn't have a purpose for these, but I'm trying to use them up because I really love them. They're really pretty. So I'm using this one for this challenge. And my next challenge I made up was the roll the die. And what happens here is, again, I didn't put any 1s and 2s in there because I could have done it out for the whole week, like, or the whole month, like 1 to 30, and then whichever number it landed on. But because I don't want to use 1s and 2s, I just want to use the 5 denominations by 5s. I made it up myself. And this week I will put in $5, which I will get from my savings, my emergency funds, because, like, you know, we have extra funds in there. On there. And I'm just going to take the $5 out of there because I didn't know ahead of time how much I'd be putting in for this. I did for this week, but normally I will work that into my budget as well. So right now I've got $5. I'm still at my starting point. $5 is going into the roll the die. There. And from this time on, I will roll the dice, and whatever it lands on, I will circle, and that is what I'll put in for the next week. So now you can't see it here, but before the video cut off, I actually did roll a 4. So we were at the $10. So for next week, I'm going to budget the $10 in, and that will go into my roll the die envelope. And then I'll roll again for the following week. So it's always going to be 1 week ahead. So when I fill this with the 10 for next week, I'll scratch it off, and then I will roll the die again, land, circle it. The next week I will put that in and then roll the die again. Okay, so that's always going to be 1 week ahead. Yeah, so that's it for my challenges so far. I just have the 2 that I kind of created myself that work for me. I'm thinking about doing the 100 envelope challenge as well, but like I said, I got the loonies and toonies out. I think I'm going to start that. I don't know if the dollar store has envelopes right now that are available to buy, but if they do, I will pick some up and start that off too. Thanks for tuning in again, and hope you enjoyed this video. It did go a little bit smoother than last time, besides the fact that it cut off on me, and I had to reshoot part of this, and I kind of mixed up because I don't know where it left off. I did know I was talking about this step challenge. I just don't know how far into it I did get. So I will try to edit it and overlap it properly. There we go. And my 2 new envelopes we are working. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention today too, which I didn't do, is my son. I think I mentioned it earlier. He did need his new computer early. So what I'm going to do now as well is I'm going to take his money out of the bank, out of the envelopes, and put it into the bank so we can buy him a computer early. And then he's just going to have to work because it's an expensive computer we're buying him. Right now he does have a desktop right now, but it was kind of just a cheaper one. And the sound went on it, so he wasn't able to use it for his Zoom calls for his schooling, so that went on it. And now he has having a problem with the Wi-Fi adapter updating. So I haven't had a chance to look at it myself. I'm not that techie. I mean, I can try to see if I can get it working again, but if he can't do it, he's almost 14. He's a teenager, so if he can't do it, I probably can't either. So I'm thinking we're going to do his 300 plus the, it wasn't in this one, it was in the other one, sorry. The starting of his funds that he, just gonna move that out of the way. The starting of his funds that he had, I was starting to save for his computer with his money right here. And I think we're gonna dip into my emergency fund for this too. I hate to do it, but he does need the computer. It's for school, and they're in school. What is this? This is May. They're in for another month at least. Another month and a bit. So they don't get out of school until near the end of June. And yeah, he's going into high school next year because here in Canada, well, not everywhere. I guess we do have middle schools, some places. But most of our schools are elementary and then straight into high school. And so he's in grade 8, so he's going into high school, grade 9 next year. So I kind of want him to be prepared. So I'm going to take my emergency fund and take the money he has right now. And I'm going to split it up to about 1,000 I'm not sure how much the computer is that we're getting him. I'm going to put about, well, I'm just going to see how much we have in all this total. And then we will work on it from there, buy him whatever he needs, and then whatever else is left over will go into the emergency fund again. I really hate to spend my emergency fund, but I'm a little bit okay because I do know I have the $1,000 extra in the mortgage, and I also have another $1,000 placeholder in the house maintenance, which I guess technically this could come out of house maintenance because, like I said, the house maintenance was going to be for fixing up the house and also things inside the house like furniture, and I guess this could kind of technically go for that. So because this, I've got it, it was supposed to be more long term, and I've got it into stocks right now. I've got it invested. I don't want to pull that out, so I'd rather pull it out of my emergency fund, and then if I need money, I'll have to pull it out of the stocks stuff. But we're going to be building that up new. So I'm going to do this off camera just because we've already counted it once, and yeah, and I'll let you know how that goes next week, how much we spent on this new computer, and how much we have left to start our emergency fund over again. Again, thanks for watching, and I will get back to you next week. My husband's next pay, so his second pay of May, is on the 20th. We also get our baby bonus on the 20th. So our baby bonus is like Canadian or Ontario. I'm not sure if it's all across Canada or Ontario. It's our like a child allowance thing where you get so much money for each child you have up until I guess they turn 18. And it's just a little bit of extra money you get for things for them. And of course, a new computer for him would definitely count into that. So I can take some of that money and put it into the emergency fund from that as well. Although it's already budgeted out for other stuff as well. So I'll fidget around with my budget and figure that out. But for now, thanks for watching again, and I will see you next week. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So I did figure it out off camera what we're going to do about my son's computer. Don't mind the smoke, I just lit an incense. It's coming out of my little voodoo doll there. It's a little incense holder. So we've got about $1,300. So what I did also was we took the $100 out of the school envelope because this is for school. We've got his $300 that is for his birthday, and he also had $40 in his own envelope. So that total comes to $860 of them, or no, sorry, that doesn't come to $860. You minus that from the $1,300, it comes to $860 extra that he's gonna owe us now for his weekly thing. So I'm gonna still put the $5 in his weekly envelopes, but the rest of the money, the extra, I think he gets like $115 a month total, or $120 a month total. So $115 is going to come out. So for about the next 7 months, he's only getting $5, just like the girls, regardless of what he does, because he has to work this off. So here we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90. So 1,390. We're gonna go out and look at some computers for him. Now I did have to condense. I did actually an opposite of the cash. What do you call it? When you condense your bills, the smaller bills. I did the opposite. I took all my small bills that were in my emergency fund, threw them into some of the other envelopes that had these bigger bills, so that I could just put this in the bank, because I don't want to put a bunch of 5s and 10s in the bank when I'm just going to need them again. So I just did an opposite. Anywhere there was a $100 bill, I broke it up into 5s, 10s, and 20s, and so I'm left with this as it condensed down to the largest bills. So this is going into the bank. We are going to get his computer. Hopefully it doesn't come out to that much, that I'm just putting a cushion on there for taxes and everything else. And yeah, whatever's left over will go into the emergency, and I'll update you on that next week. Also, I am going to try to hit the dollar store and see if they have some envelopes for the 100 envelope challenge. I think I do want to start that one up. And yeah, so I'll get back to you with that next week too, if I decide to do that. Again, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video, because I just want to know that if what I'm putting out there is good content, if it's keeping you entertained. and leave some comments below just to let me know you visited. And let me know anything that you think I can change. I can take a little bit of criticism, don't be too harsh, but I'm trying to improve every week. Like I said, next week I should have a new little cash stand. Let me know what you think of the digital budget sheet I did today. I think it's a fail myself. I think it looks cute, but being left-handed and doing it on a Samsung tablet and just, well, I guess the Samsung tablet isn't the problem. It's my left-handedness. Let's be real here. Just let me know if that's something that helped you watching this video, or if you didn't care if it was there or not. Anyways, I'll get back to you next week. Like I said, about the 20th is, I think it's a Thursday, because my husband gets paid every other Thursday. So I might not have the video out until the weekend, because that's usually when I have time, unless I'm really eager to count and stuff, because I usually am. So maybe it might be out on Friday or Thursday night. Just keep tuned in, and if you subscribe and click off the little bell, sorry I just made the camera shake, then you'll be notified when it does come out. See you later.